Hello everyone, and welcome back to Salt Shaker Studios. I will be your host for Megaman Battle Network. My name is The Dangerous Moose, and thank you guys very much for tuning in this new series. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys do go down to the description, because if you guys are big fans of Mega Man. Now, there is a little game called Megaman Chrono X. So, it's a fan-made Mega Man game that we just finished a little playthrough for. I'd highly suggest it, only because it really captures the hearts and minds of all the Mega Man Battle Network fans. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys go give that a look through. But we are here to start Mega Man Battle Network number 1. The main reason I want to start this is because, well, there's actually like kind of 3 reasons why. Here on Salt Shaker Studios, we have 3 time slots for upload. We have this time slot, which is a 12 p.m. Time slot, which our old Mega Man Chrono X used to go up at. So you guys can come here to check out that. So there's this. And then at 3 p.m., we have Pokemon Fire Red Nuzlocke going on now. And then our 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time slot, we have Digimon Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory. We're like 55 episodes in. It's a crazy Let's Play, and my sister and I are playing through it, and we're having an absolute blast. People seem to be enjoying it. If you haven't already checked it out, make sure you do that, because it is a lot of fun. As my green screen's breaking beside me, I will continue on talking. So Salt Shaker Studios, we want to be enjoyed just for how we play games and the games that like how we present to you. You always have the terminology of like, you know, Pokemon YouTubers and stuff like that. We just love games so much that we just want to play them. Like, we're bringing it back to the OG kind of Let's Play channel. So that's what we're here to do. We're here to have fun. We're here to enjoy it. And the last reason why is because, well, I realized how much I actually like playing Mega Man. Mega Man is an absolutely fantastic game. The Battle Network series is, there's no other game like it. And there's kind of a reason why it went on for like 6 series straight. So we are going to be doing all the way from number 1 to number 6. So prepare yourselves, because this is episode 1. And I don't know when the hell we're going to get to the last episode of 6. So if you guys haven't already, buckle in. Get ready to jack in, because it is about to get intense. So, if you don't get up, we're going to be late. You'll be late for school. PetNet news. WWW crimes are on the rise. It says the WWW plan to control the net might be starting. Sleep. You've got mail from Dad too. Look. Sorry, I couldn't get off work Sunday. I'll be home soon. Here's a present for you, it says. There's some battle chip data attached. Battle chip data? What? I was just gonna have a... I have bad dyslexia, okay? And I am a very fast reader, and I get ahead of myself, so excuse me if I kind of like stutter and struggle. I was just having a great dream too. I'll expand the chip data, so check your pet later, okay? Alright, well, we are on the way. Let me see if I can just quickly fix the green screen by readjusting my lighting. Because I turned in my lighting, and maybe if I just turn it out, it might help. There we go, that does something. It adds some more brightness on the edges. Here we go. And there we go. Press start to read the minute, and we got our program Megaman. Lan, good morning. Morning, Megaman. If you need to talk to me, just push the L button. What L button? This is real life. What L button? Probably the L button on the pet. Okay, let's go to school. Lan, check your mail again. Alright, I guess we're checking the mail again. Goodness gracious. Dad, sorry. We got cross gun. So, if you guys are familiar, excuse me as I'm just going to quickly adjust, I'm going to talk here about the Mega Man Battle Network series, but if you guys are familiar with the Mega Man Battle Network series, they're really good games. The only kind of like mild issue with them, if you will, is that the first one here that we're playing is not the most balanced, if you will. I only say that for 2 reasons. One, it's the first in its series. This is like the first real change from the original Mega Man X that was like on the GameCube and PlayStation and all those games. And it was aimed for handheld, so it has its own niche, if you will. But the viruses that you run into, like, by the second boss, there's some that are already like 200 HP, do 100 tick points of health. Like, I play it also on my phone, right? I love Mega Man so much, I've been playing through on my phone, like, so I kind of know what happens in the story. But sometimes it's also a good thing, because the way the net is laid out in this game, really confusing. Like, it's really confusing and it's hard to, like, understand. And I'm only kind of, like, at a certain part right now when I'm playing through it on my phone. And I kind of don't regret doing that just because of how weird it is, if you will. So there's also really easy ways to get battle chips. So later on, there's this system where you can, like, put in X. So there's no, like, you have money and you either buy health upgrades or power upgrades in this game. But instead, there's no selling, so you can't really just get money back. So you put in battle chips, cycle them out, and then you potentially get better ones, which is what I'm aiming to do. Because while I'm playing through on my phone right now on my other emulator, just whenever I'm downtime or rendering and my computer's like, stop, it hurts! I don't want to hear about pets, I know how they work. Morning, Dex. Morning, Lan. Dex was looking for you. He's too big to be in elementary school, you know? Scary. Alright, so yeah. So getting chips like that, essentially there's gonna be like off-screen grinding in this game is just me beating like viruses, getting like points and then, or not points, but battle chips and cycling them in at the shop, and then hopefully getting something that's just like stupid broken. I think, like, on my phone, I have so many electric swords and, like, fire swords and all these other crazy chips that do a lot of damage, but I have just, like, an ungodly amount of swords, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, so when we do get to the later on games, you will notice how the proper adjustments kind of take place. Also, the bosses in this, too, like, not necessarily the bosses directly, but, like, the sub-fights that you can do, kind of nutty. Like, later on, you get to verse Sharkman. He's a psycho. Like, one of his attacks just does straight up 100 points of damage. Like, they don't care, man. They'll just destroy you. It's important to know how to fight viruses. Ha! I like to see WWE viruses take on me and Gutsman. Dex and the silly little Gutsman. What'd you say? Relax. Why would WW bother with you anyway, Dex? Why, you Lan. Quiet in the class. Order the court. They will be using the common viruses called Metools. Jack in your pet so your Navi can access the net. Blanche said to jack in, press the R button. Yeah. Oh, press the wrong button. Yeah, so I'm playing with an Xbox controller, and it has the two top buttons here for, and the two bottom, so I actually hit like the wrong one. There we go. Anyways. It looks like everyone's Navi is online. Okay, I'm releasing the Metool data now. Everyone ready? I think you're supposed to ask everyone ready, then we reply yes. You kind of just threw us into battle. I'm going to speed through this, so I'll explain how this works. So you have your battle chips here. So usually you'll see how you'll have battle chips that match, so I can use like 2 cannons at a time, or I can use 2 battle chips that have the same lettering, right? So see how it's like Cannon A. If I use Cannon A and then say like Bomb A, I can use them together. Or I can just use Cannon A and Cannon C together. And then obviously their damage is listed under there, and they each have their own kind of like little effects. So the tutorials are kind of slow. There's all like the same static. And the way it actually kind of changes too, at least like for like a quality of life update, is that later on it will just show you what cards are available. Oh, sorry, what chips you can use with or with not each other, so it will be a lot easier for you to figure out what the hell's going on and what can mismatch and stuff like that. I don't know why I'm shooting. I'm just trying to like burn time while talking. I won't use the speed up button necessarily all the time. I'll wind up using the speed up button like just to get through this part here, because this is really redundant. Because I'll just wind up explaining it myself and talking through. So there's these things here, these battle chips that are more support roles, and usually area steals will come in S, so you can use your sword card with them. So you'll get cards like sword, wide sword, so there's like short sword, wide sword, and long sword. So wide sword, if you stand, it always does like 2 squares of damage left and right. So if you're standing on the utmost middle panel, you'll be able to hit both sides. So essentially you'll hit 3 squares in front of you. If you move down, you'll hit the middle and bottom, or if you move up, you'll hit the middle and top. And then longsword just goes an extra mile. So say I didn't use area grab, the longsword would be able to hit the 2 meta tools in front of me, but not the one in the back. So it only spans 2 squares. Kind of cool. This we steal. So another thing, than in later Mega Man games, or the Battle Network series of games they introduced, is that on the start, you get your charge boost, or your charge power up. This you don't. You just kind of straight up suffer for a while. Until you buy enough power-ups to change that, which kind of sucks. So let's get through the last one now. Final lesson, we're talking about chip adding. Oh my goodness. So this also changes later in the game, so I think later on you have to wind up sacrificing a few chips to add more in. But in this one here, I just hit add and I get more chips. Also, there's a little bit of bugginess, if you will, when you're doing virus fighting. So later on, you'll come into some enemies that can like chain attacks across certain points of the field and whatnot. Which gave me like an X panel. Lamau. I get 3 bombs. So bombs kind of work. It's like you have to move back to the panel that you want to like throw it at, and then it will hit. It's essentially kind of like a mirror effect. So if you want to hit the front panel, you have to go stand to your front, like your back panel, if you will. Kind of strange like that. After class, phew. Ah, today just flew by, huh? Let's go home. Do you want to hear about? Do you wish to hear about pets from Moy? From Moy? Moy? No, I'm good. I'm good. I don't want to hear about pets. What's the big deal? We've been friends since we were kids. Oh, what's the big deal? We've been friends. Oh, okay. You're always hanging out with Lan. How suspicious. What's the big deal? We've been friends. We've been friends since we were kids. Wow, I cannot read. Yes. We're gonna do our first optional boss fight, right? So I don't want to use escape, obviously. So you will run in just to some people who clearly look different than everyone else, and you can wind up doing little fights, right? Move! Damn it! So, one thing that also has, it's kind of like, I don't know if it's because of the way I'm running the emulation or whatnot, but sometimes when you press a button, Mega Man just kind of like refuses to move, and I don't necessarily like it. Shit, that was too slow. You're too slow! Oh god, I'm so used to having much more health than other chips from my phone game. So here's something that, oh crap, he would, okay. So a good strategy to use against Gutsman is when he does that like kind of field break effect there, he winds up, you can break out one panel, then go stand on the other one. And that will allow you to stop all of his shockwaves from hitting you. You kind of stand in like a safe spot if he kind of like keeps homing on you. But for the most part, he's actually quite sporadic and stupid with his attacks, which is, yeah, so see, I can I did the wrong one, but it's supposed to be the front panel that you go and do. Actually, I might be able to try and bomb him, hang on. If he stands in front of me, I might be able to get him. Come on. Come on, you dumbass. Come on. Go stand on that other one. Good boy. So, you also have to be aware of your surroundings there. So what I did there was a big no-no, where I kind of just destroyed all of my options to move. So if he had a ranged attack, I was screwed. Absolutely bamboozledly screwed. Alright, so I guess we're heading home now. Oh, we got mail. Excellent. Dad, power up. Okay, so this is him explaining to us how the power-up system works. So I'll give you guys a little rundown on it real quick. Last notes for chips. Yes. So in the later iterations of the Battle Network series, Mega Man doesn't heal on his own when you finish battle. But I'm kind of glad that there's a system here, because like I said, it's really confusing to navigate this game. So sometimes you're like, ah. So you have to jack out and re-jack in, and then that will just, like, you have to start over, and you just don't want to start over in this game. These are my stats. So eventually when I get power-up bonuses, I'll be able to increase the attack, rapid, and charge of Mega Man, and then I'll also get armors later on, stuff like that, and all that good jazz. Oh shit, wrong button. Oh, melee. Oh, Yai's just standing there. Sure, tell me about your pet. Yep, I know. Yep, I already know. I just don't know why you're just standing out there. I guess we're going home. Okay, let's go home. Oh, hey, how you doing? Lan, welcome home. The man from NetSafe is checking our home control panel. You heard, right, about ovens exploding? That's the accident Melu was talking about this morning. Hello. We think a virus might be responsible for the accidents. We're checking every home's control panel just to be safe. I'm glad it didn't happen to us. Lan, go to your room so you won't get in the way. Let's get on the net. Wow, just get out of the way. Fine, we'll just get out of the way. Thanks, Mom. Alright. Oh, there's Glide. Oh, Megaman. My name is Glide. I'm Lan's classmate Yai's net Navi. One of Yai's programs has gotten lost. I'm pretty sure that it's somewhere in the net around here. I have some pressing chores to do and must return now. Megaman, if you happen to find our program, could you please come by our network? Here, take this. So this thing here is kind of like a key to get into other people's networks and access other areas. It's kind of silly. I can't wait to get to like the other games where they really up the scale and quality of the net. It's such a pain in the ass, this area. Yeah, so you see these enemies we're dealing with here? Normally, these enemies would be like after first boss in the other games. Like, dealing with an enemy with like 80 health, they usually also scale in their damage too, but the battle chips they give you are fantastic, right? It's a very awkward, like, win, lose, win situation, if you will. Because sometimes you'll just wind up getting absolutely destroyed by some of the enemies, and then sometimes you'll be like, oh, this is fine. This is fine. So you have a gun like this, what's called a cross gun, right? So if I get one of these guys to move in, it fires in an X, so it hits the other guy in the back corner too with the same amount of damage. Do enough damage to you, do enough damage to you. Pew, pew, pew. We win. 100 Zenny. So that guy over there is a merchant, pretty sure, and we can go buy some more stuff from him. We need to go find the program that Yai lost. Okay, so here's a perfect example. So we got health 10, but I can take 2 health 10s or a bomb in the 10 because they're the same letter, which is Nito Dorito. But I'm going to take the bomb and try to bait him. There we go. So the cool thing about this game is there's, like, everything can be effective as long as you have the skill requirement to do so. And usually the cards with the higher skill or higher risk give you more reward, which is fine, I guess. I mean, it's nothing bad. The cannons, there's like, pow, big old cannon, you know, nice thick ball of cannon. Get some Zenny up in this. Access data, another 200 Zenny, or like 500. We have nowhere close enough to buy anything, but... So, we actually can buy an HP up, which I'm going to. There's like wide swords, hammers, recover 50s, cannons, and all that other stuff too, but nothing like noteworthy to get fully yet. Down here, hello Mr. Proc. Wah. I can't find my way home. Glide, come find me. Lan, this must be the lost program. You're right, Mega Man. Go tell Glide. He's in Yai's portrait network, right? Okay. I think that one's all the way at the back. So, sometimes in Mega Man games, the fastest way to do something or get to, like, the restart of an area is literally just to jack out and walk back in. I wish... Okay. Yeah, so you'd be, like, shooting, they hit, like, the up, and just... I don't know, it's kind of weird on the respawn. So something cool about these cannons, if you actually just move a frame back, you can't move a frame forward. Okay, I'm just getting beat on now like an idiot. But yeah, sometimes if you just move like a frame back, it just won't hit you. But in other games, they will hit you. I don't know, it's programming limitations and... Oh shit, walked right into that. Oh my god. It's just... Like, sometimes it works fine, and then when you're hitting a guy, like, it's really delayed. I don't know what it is. It's just strange. Yeah, so we get a virus busting level for how well our performance is, and we didn't do too hot that time. So, looks like another two. How about you don't have the access to open it, so we can't even go in there. And then I think, yeah, so there's really, like, in later games, the net's laid out a lot better to where there's the main area of objectives, and then it will tell you if you can't get through by putting, like, a wall in front. It's just quality of life. Just quality of life things, okay? So as you can tell, the closer you are, the faster Mega Man's able to shoot. Just because, I guess, like, bullet trajectory and whatnot and stuff like that. God, I can't wait to get rid of these X panels. Oh, what a pain in the butt. We got a meta guard, and then so we can't even go through here, right? It says Dex PC, get out, that means you. Yeah, it's just so confusing. But yeah, they definitely fix it a lot later on, which is good. We use a little speed up button, just kind of run through real quick, because I'm pretty sure Yai's computer is right here. Or is that Meilu's? Oh my goodness. So later on, we'll eventually have like the charge shot and whatnot, and then we'll be able to do like 3 damage to people, not just by charging. Nope, this is Meilu's. I think Yai's over here. No, where the hell is he? Oh my goodness. This part still confuses me. It's still so confusing. So oh shit. All right, and I'll just hit add, whatever. Yeah, so I really can't wait to get some better battle chips, because this sucks. It's so rough having like nothing in the beginning, but at least the enemies aren't that bad, so I can't like necessarily fully complain. Here's a bomb. Suck on it! Damn it, you still hit me. Alright, so I can't remember where the hell Yai's... Like, I guess it's over to the others? Is it over... over here? Alright, cross gun. Pow. So the thing about these viruses, if it's not their turn to attack, they'll just stand there like a bump on a log. So, makes it easy for me, and then this guy's gonna go whoop! And he's been deleted. So, kind of slow gain on Zenny, but it's not like the worst. I guess I have a lot more money in my other game because I got lost a lot, right? So, this guy's just here. Alright, you're gonna catch these hands. So they also had a lot more interesting things with the combat later on too, where they'll have like, if you hit an enemy at a certain time, there we go. You hit an enemy at the right time, Mega Man will like get like bonus damage. The enemies will freeze for a brief period of time, so it adds a lot more skill, right? There's a little thing down there. So many cannons. Can I get a wide sword? No? Give me a normal sword? That's fine. A slice! Oh, perfect. So, yeah, recovery 30 is going to be hella useful because that's more than anything else. I'm actually just going to take out this guy real quick. So, there's a lot of time and battle strategy that you'll need, so I'm actually just going to kind of speed up just so I can get the next custom bar. 30-30, so... Speed up, next custom bar. It's so nice to have. I know it's technically cheating, but I wasn't going to move there anyways. Like, I wasn't going to move into the other cannon's line of fire. I'm just going to do that because there's a lot of, like, it's kind of like chess also, where you got to, like, plan out what you want to do on your next moves and whatnot. Instead of just having, you just kind of, like, run around, it allows you to come, like, alright, so what's the plan? This guy's in front of me, so essentially you need to have free spaces, so you don't have to keep moving, so you don't have to take hit points, right? So I see a cannonball here, so I can just kind of take out anyone at this point. So I can just go over here, drop you. So the reason why you'd want to drop the guy in the back instead, because you get a free space and you get to move up. So if there's a chance I get a wide sword, which I don't, but on the chance that I do get that wide sword, I'd be able to use the wide sword on the big guy beside me, right? So, and I hit the guy farther away because I'm able to do more DPS, sort of, where I can hit, where if I get close to this guy, right, so I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, back off, he hits me, bam, shotgun, or cross gun. That works a lot better. So I get another cannon, so let's jack out here. I don't think we're needed here anymore. Wonder if Mom made her snack, so I guess we'll just go check if Mom made some food, you know what I'm saying? So let's put the recovery 30 in. Just pop out one of these. We'll put in dash. We're gonna take out escape because we don't run because we're in it for the winnets. And that's kind of it. I will sort by ID, and then we're ready to go. Eek! That's your mom. What could be wrong? Let's go. Ooh, the music's always great in this game. Oh, look, the oven's on fire. Lan, I was trying to make hotcakes and look. What should we do? But it was just repaired. The repairman said it was fixed, but it's on fire. Megaman, let's jack in. Maybe it's a bug or a virus or something. Leave it to me. Megaman, jack in. Megaman, transmit. Megaman? Yeah. The oven program's here, but something's wrong. Be careful. If viruses come out, I'll send chip data. Roger that. Okay. Shotgun Q. Let's talk to you. Because of the heat, the oven network broke up. Maybe you can put it up with the ice block from the thawing section on the network. We're not viruses. Okay. The data signatures of WWWs for sure, and it's tough. Just like Melu was saying. Let's go on, Megaman. Battle routine set. Execute. That's it. That's it. That's all you're gonna say to me? That's it? Embarrassing. Ooh, shockwave. That's good. So, the shockwave chip, essentially, it's a good kind of cannon replacement, I'd say, because it hits multiple squares. It's not as instant as the cannon itself. Oh, hey, stop sleeping on job. This is the center area of the network. We're being deleted. Oh, crap. Yeah, so the shockwave is really good because it allows me to... It allows me to send out... So, essentially what he's doing. See that shockwave? It goes forward and hits through a bunch of enemies. So, even if an enemy happens to move on it, it allows more strategy and control over the battlefield, which is nice-oo. So, I think we're going to end today's episode off here, though. We're approaching that half-an-hour mark. So, I have a question for you guys. Do you guys like the half-an-hour format, or would you like me to cut it down to about 20 minutes? A lot more story progression can get done in 30 minutes. But if you guys are kind of those people that maybe only want to watch maybe like a half-an-hour episode like that, I know it's like the standard of Let's Play, so that's all I've always been kind of stuck to that philosophy. So let me know down in the comment section if you do. Let me know if you guys enjoyed the first episode of Megaman Battle Network, if I could speak properly, and I'll see you sexy beasts in the next episode.